Hey Patreon people, it's Pat, and this video is actually of an upcoming prize created by Amy Lehman. Photographs inside are by Amy Lehman, except for this one. I took that one. Selfie of me and Fila. So, what we have here is a 2022 Rock Solid podcast calendar created by Amy Lehman. Now, here's the deal. This is mine, and then I have a brand new one wrapped in plastic, and that one is going to be given away to one of our Patreon supporters. There's 4 in existence. Mine, the one that someone will win. Amy Lehman kept one, and she sent one to Rock Solid artist Daryl Asher. So, only 4 of these in existence. And I'm going to show you inside of it right now. And then I'm actually going to post this video for everyone to see, just to hopefully, get some people to support the show through Patreon. Let's see what we got. I don't want to miss any pages. All right, January, we've got Brad Gillis of Night Ranger. And again, these photos were taken by Amy. And then Amy was kind enough to look up the episode number that each one of the guests was on. So Brad was on episode 507. I'm on episode 600 and something right now. And it feels like I just interviewed Brad like a couple months ago. It's crazy. So that's January. Here we got Mickey Dolenz, episode 586. Rock in Peace, Mike Nesmith of the Monkees. And Mickey is the last man standing. Mickey Dolenz. That's for February. My birthday's on the 22nd. Send me a card. March. Cy Curnin, episode 502. This was, at the height of the pandemic, maybe, when I interviewed Cy, and we talked for like 2 hours. He was wonderful. Loved it so much. What a cool dude. All right, Fee Waybill. He was on twice, episodes 310 and then 512. 200 episodes between Fee's appearances. He doesn't want to go to the fucking valley. You know the story. One of my recent guests, Lee Loughnane, Chicago, episode 596. Fun. Lee was fun. One of the original Chicago horn players. Episode 567, Little Steven. If you told me when I was at the Three Rivers Stadium in Pittsburgh, seeing the Bruce Springsteen Born in the USA tour, which, by the way, Little Steven was not on, but still, he was on the Born in the USA album, and if you would have told me in 1984 that I would someday interview Little Steven, I would say, what are you talking about, and how is that going to happen? And I have no idea what you're saying to me. These are great pictures, by the way. Very early on, episode 86, Marshall Crenshaw. I don't even think Marshall was quite sure what a podcast was or what he was doing in some office in Sherman Oaks. But one of my favorite artists and a great guy. Phil Ehart, Kansas, episode 506, also during the height of the lockdown, I believe. Phil was wonderful. He told me that my interview was one of the best interviews he had ever done. And this guy has had to have done, thousands and thousands of interviews. But he made it a point to call me the day after we recorded. And that was pretty cool. So there's Phil Ehart for August. Steve Stevens, episode 519. Just an amazing guitar player and just a really cool guy. I know I'm saying cool a lot, but I mean, it just fits. I could say rad. Again, these photos by Amy Lehman are incredible. Episode 377, Rudy Sarzo has played with Quiet Riot and Ozzy and Whitesnake and so many bands. He's just iconic. You see him. He's iconic at my post office too. I see him at the Woodland Hills post office quite often. So there's Rudy Sarzo for October. All right, Amy informed me that these photos taken by her are also retro from her collection. I think she had to go in and scan these. But Lee Rocker of the Stray Cats, episode 543, and, 20 episodes or so before that, we had Slim Jim Phantom, also of the Stray Cats. Have tried to get Brian Setzer. It's always a no-go. Lee was awesome. And Slim Jim was having lunch and didn't have his camera on. Still a good interview, but not the best situation. Who's taking us out into December? Oh, colorful. Look at this. Steve Lukather and Joe Williams. They were on together for episode 546 because they both had brand new solo albums come out on the same day. I informed them that both of their solo albums, although they had different number of tracks on them, were exactly the same time in length, which blew them away. I'm not going to be honest. No, I am going to be honest. I'm not going to be not honest. I'm going to be honest. So, Steve Lukather, quite a character. Joe Williams, great vocalist. These guys are keeping the legacy of Toto intact and on the road. And boom. That's it. Created by Shutterfly. Photos by Amy Lehman. Cover by Pat Francis with Fila. And then we've got all the photos down here. It's pretty cool. And looks exactly like my laptop. So this is going to be a Patreon prize. Going to give this away in conjunction with our Christmas episode, which drops on December 23rd. So Christmas Eve is when this contest will go up on the Patreon page. And people, if you're watching this video and you don't support the show via Patreon, check the links in the description of this video below, or just go to patreon.com/Rock Solid Podcast. $2 a month, and you can win prizes. Thank you, Amy. This is a wonderful present. I really appreciate the time and effort you put into this, and I appreciate any time you help out with the show. And I look forward to recording our next Good Will Hunting episode in person and hopefully soon. Until then, Happy New Year, happy holidays, happy everything, and we'll talk soon.